seen someone wired it into the back though, so...
Into the back?
Into something in the boot.
What? When your boot light comes on, your scavenger pump works.
No, my luck will be into the reverse camera. I'll fucking go in reverse. Oh, the fucking scavenger pumps are working. Right, welcome back to the channel. We haven't had an update on the 370Z for a while. Not because of we haven't been able to get the parts or anything like that, just purely because the workshop's full and we haven't been able to get it in. But we've got a small little update. Majority of the parts have arrived. Everything apart from the fuel pump and injectors, which I think are coming this afternoon. But we'll go through the parts that we've got and a rough cost of how much it's cost to build. Right, so first thing we've got is the intercooler. Now, this is a 3-inch inlet, which is no good for us for the pipework. We need 2.25-inch pipework to get to it, just because of the space on the UK models. You can't just squeeze it down the right side of the engine like you can on the American models. So 2.25-inch reducer, and then obviously these are only 2.5 at the top, and we go into a 3-inch intake, so 2.25 to 3-inch. Now, that intercooler there, just that bit there, will set you back about £350. Roughly. Might be more, might be a little bit less, depending on what prices vary month by month, to be honest. This is something that we'll be providing on our website. Now, next part, which is quite important, which is different to most turbo setups with this being rear mount, is the scavenger pump. Now, you can get these from a few places, but this will cost you about £140, £150, depending on which one you go to. Now, not only do you need this, you also need a relay, which the relays probably cost you £6 or £7. This is basically for when the oil gets to the turbo and comes out. Most turbos are gravity fed, like the drains are gravity fed. Now, this obviously can't be because of the back of the engine, so you need this to pump the oil back to the car. Now, another thing that we got, we don't know if it's going to help, but is a one-way valve. Now, this means that the oil isn't going to get backed up in the turbo, so once it's gone past here, down the line a bit more, it'll go through this and it'll stop any oil from the sump coming back this way into the turbo. Now, we don't know how this is going to work. We're just assuming this will work. But again, another thing, around 20 quid for that. Maybe it's a bit less, depending on what branding that you buy. But yeah, got that. Obviously, we've got our array of AN fittings. Now, that's just a few. We will not be needing all them. We just got a few different things because we don't know how bad it was going to be. So then you need your AN10 line. Now, we didn't go for the braided, like this sort of line. Went for the nylon stuff. It's still got like a metal sort of braiding inside, and it's rubber. Now, you need about 5 meters of this because you need to come back from the turbo into this, from this to the sump. Hence why we've got a few fittings. And that should be enough. Now, this is tucked away, so this shouldn't be getting rubbed against anything, or nothing should be catching this. So it doesn't really matter what you get for this, as long as it's pretty good stuff, I should say. Like, that's not going to split or anything like that. That should be good for under the car. We might change it yet to the braided stuff, but the reason that we got this one is it's a bit more flexible. You can move it around a bit better, and it just seems to work a bit better. The next thing we've got is the line. This is the feed line. Now, this is going to go to the turbo. Now, again, you need about 5 meters of it. As I said, you can always shorten that, but this is just so you can route it nice and safely out the way, all the way at the back of the car. You probably will, by the time we get to it, you'll probably only need about 3 meters. But we bought the 5 meters just in case, because it's nice to have one continuous piece. Them there will set you back around 100 to 120 pound, depending on which brand you get, which we will end up stocking all this. We just haven't at the minute because we don't know what the market's going to be like for it. Now, the next thing, which is very important, Turbo Smart. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about this because we originally were going to go with a Pulsar 44, which is quite a cheap wastegate, like £80. However, they're not selling it anymore, and there's a few things that I'm just not happy with, that I wouldn't be happy with putting on the Nissan. So we've gone for a Turbo Smart Hypergate 45. Now, this is going to be going right at the back of the exhaust. This will basically is what controls the boost, along with the Mach 3 boost solenoid. Now, them two things there are quite important, that you get good brands. Don't get a fake one of these, because if this fails on you, then bye-bye engine. Same with this. If this fails on you and you don't have any like safety measures in place, then also buy engine. That'll set you back around 50 to 60 pounds. 60 pounds from us if you get it from our website. And this, depending on which model, can be anywhere from £320 to £440 sort of thing, because there is different models of this. There's Gen 4s, Gen 5s. Again, we list all these on our website as well. Now, a little bit talking about the turbos. Now, as you'll see on the table, I've got two turbos. One fucking massive one and one little one. Now, we're not going twin turbos, but the problem was, here in the UK, everyone was saying, oh, run this one, run like a GT30, GT35. So I got it. I thought, ooh, looks a bit small for the engine. And it is quite a bit smaller than the other turbo. The fact that this one can literally fit inside. Now, for all you people who know what docking is, this is a perfect example. No, I'm joking. But basically, this one's too small. And I don't know why it's too small, but I was speaking to a lad in America from Limpmore Tuning. I believe his name's Eric. And he suggested to go for the bigger T4 turbo, which is what I went for. He doesn't recommend this exact one. They obviously sell their own type. But we just wanted this sort of size. So we went for this one. As you can see, it is fucking massive in comparison. We use these on EP3s to get like 500 horsepower, so like 450-ish. So we, as if you can't tell from this build, we decided we're definitely going for big power now. Nothing stupid, but what's good for the car. Now we're hoping to get around 500, 550 wheel horsepower with very low boost with this. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. Now, obviously that means we had to change the pipe work, and the exhaust work, which means we had to get a T4 flange. This turbo will set you back around 220 to between 220 and 250, depending on what I price it on the website. This is a budget turbo. It's the same sort of things that we do with these budget turbos, but they come with warranty and they work brilliant. There's absolutely nothing, as you can see. Shaving, sent out, they balanced, everything's spot on. No movement in them, and we've never really had a problem with these Chinese turbos. Now, exhaust side of things, obviously the exhaust gasket, the flange will set you back about 20 quid roughly. Gaskets about £6. Now, the exhaust side, we've got our extra fittings for the scavenger pump. So still going for twin tips. So our plan is, these are 4.75 inch tips at the back, so these are quite large themselves. Very similar to the tips I've already got on the car. Slightly about 10 mil, maybe. No, not even 10 mil. Don't know, they're a tiny bit bigger, but it doesn't make a difference. Now, the plan is keep the middle Y pipe that we've already got on the car, and then create a section after that holds the turbo. So we've got a silencer, we've got a Profusion silencer. That'll set you back around £85, something around that mark. I can't remember the exact price. And then we've got the bends. We've also got a straight bit of a pipe that I just couldn't be bothered to bring to the table. I think all the exhaust roughly set me back about £270, £280. Obviously, if we're going to sell this kit, it'll be a little bit more because we fabricate and weld it together. But the plan was with this is, for the screamer pipe that's going to come from there, we're going to have the pipe come out, which will then make it go to like sort of like a reducer, like a pipe like this, which will then be able to weld to the tip. So one tip will be the screamer pipe, then the down pipe from the back of the turbo to the other one, it'll be the other pipe. Now, not everything's on here. This is just the part that goes to the turbo. But then we've also got the 3.5 inch down pipe that comes out the back of the turbo, which will then go to this tip. And that'll basically complete our turbo kit. We like to say we've also got the injectors and the fuel pump, which the injectors will set you back around £400. We went for Bosch 1000 cc's. So it's from the 350 to 400 quid mark. And the fuel pump will set you back around £140. We went for AEM 340. Now, I don't know about the fuel pumps. We could have went for a 450. The list can go on, but we're not doing a fuel return. So we went for the 340. It's a little bit cheaper, and it's going to keep our engine safe. It means I'm not going to be able to push the power where I'm going to kill my engine. So yeah, this is basically rough idea of what the turbo kit's entail. It's not, if you've totted that up, it's not a huge amount of money for what it is. You then also got to factor in ECU tech and mapping, and we'll speak a little bit more about that in another video. But yeah, just thought we'd do a little update on the 370 and just show that we are getting the parts. The parts are here. It's definitely going ahead, and the next video should us hopefully be fitting the clutch to show you what we're doing with the clutch. We've gone for a competition stage 3 clutch, which I think is good for like 725 horsepower. No, clutches are rated in torque, but they seem to rate them with the horsepower. That will set you back about, again, 400 and odd quid. You don't have to do that if you're not going for big power, but we decided that if we're going to do it once, we'll do it properly for this one, for the sake of the video. But yeah. So in terms of mapping now, we did reach out to Litmode Tuning in America to see if they could remote map it. Very helpful guy. Definitely give them a follow and check them out online. And after speaking to him for a little while, he recommended us to someone else who works with ECU Tech, as he tends to work with RevUp. Again, absolutely faultless. Can't knock it. So I think what we're going to be getting is one of them Bluetooth devices for the ECU Tech and getting somebody to remote map the Nissan on a dyno. It won't be road tuned or anything like that. But basically someone else will take control of our computer on the dyno and they will map the car. We don't know what it's going to be like. It's no different to really being at the dyno other than the person's not physically there. But it'll do the job just the same. Again, we still haven't fully decided who we're going with. It would be nice if someone could reach out to us and say, yeah, we'll map yours and give us a little bit of help and support, because at the minute it's a bit in between who's willing to help and who's willing not to. But yeah, fingers crossed someone reaches out. And right, so after just telling you a load of shit and saying I didn't have everything, actually no, I still don't have everything, don't have the injectors. But get home and fuck off. I'm fucking closing the car and everything. I should have pre-opened it. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. And the fuel pumps here. From, thank you for talking, for getting us the fuel pump literally next, within fucking like 8 hours or something. I only ordered it yesterday. But AM 340 fuel pump should be enough. Looking forward to doing a video on how to fit this, and probably also what not to do. Because I've never fitted one of these ones to a 370 and I don't have a fucking clue how to. But it can't be too hard. I mean, shouldn't be too hard. Fuck knows. We'll soon see. Continue the conversation. Because it ends up, when it's just naturally you get a better conversation. No, but it is going to be literally the same crack. 10 minutes of fucking fitting all the intercooler and, well, not 10 minutes, but like...
It's going to be like half an hour, it'll be all mounted, and it's just going to be, what the fuck do we do now?
Yeah, literally it's going to be like, right, we have no idea how to do the fuel pump. We have no idea how to wire in the scavenger pump. That'll go, I think that's going to be the pain in the arse part, like what the plan is with the scavenger pump. Because there's literally no like things online for that.
Might just be sat, like everything's going to be mocked up, it's going to look done, just going to have to sit and stare at it and figure out what to do with all the fiddly stuff.
Just take loads of photos and be like, it's done.
Finished.
And then we sat there for the next 2 days, just nearly done. Will you take us out on it? Nearly.
Almost.
Nah, I think the fuel pump's gonna be a bitch. I think it's gonna be a bitch to video, and I think the fuel's gonna fucking stink as well. I think we're gonna fuel all over the inside of the car.
Yeah.
Which I'll be pissed at. And I think the scavenger pump's gonna be a twat to wire in. I've seen someone wired it into the back though, so...
Into the back?
Into something in the boot.
What? when your boot light comes on, your
Yeah.
scavenger pump works.
No, my luck will be into the reverse camera. I'll fucking go in reverse. Oh, the fucking scavenger pumps are working. What else is there to do? That's going to be fiddly. I think the boost solenoid's going to be a twat. Because like the Civic, you just wire it into the evap sensor.
Yeah,
don't you?
but where does it wire into?
Not a fucking clue. I think the vac lines to get from the front to the back is going to be a bit of a cunt. Or do we just tape them to the oil line? Like,
I think just all the lines into one and then a cover over all of them,
them.
so we all run the same place along the same inner,
Yeah.
like under the plastic.
yeah, I want it to run either under your side of the plastics or my side. What else? What else will be a twat? I think injectors are a twat. They are plug and play, but apparently they're a bit of a twat to get off compared to like the Civics. But
I mean, we have a slide handle.
yeah, I'm not really fucking arsed about that. I've seen someone put an extra vacuum port onto their inlet. I'm thinking, I don't know, but I'm not really willing to drill the inlet like.
No.
I think it might be worth getting a vacuum block. But where do I take the vacuum from?
Probably going to be the inlet.
I'm going to have to put a fucking vacuum bit in that part.
Can you not just put it like further down?
I don't know.
Because where is
No,
like...
because obviously on the EB3 inlets we've got like the vacuum that we can take from there or from the other side. But on this inlet, do we have any extra vacuum ports?
Yeah, which side do you take the vacuum from?
It'll make no difference if it's in the inlet because it'll be, oh shit, yeah. Because the inlets have got runners and I don't know. No, I think the runners will go into a plenum first, one before it goes into the, there'll just be a big plenum chamber at the top. I don't know, I've never took the inlet off to have a look. I generally don't know. Get some advice, see what the people think of it. I don't know about that. I'm definitely not running a blow valve because I want the noise.
It won't be that loud, but it's low pressure.
It might be. You say no.
I think it'll just scream because the exhaust is going to be
Loud.
Yeah.
I know I've put the silencer in that exhaust, but all the noise is going to come after the turbo,
Yeah.
isn't it? I didn't think that one through.
It's going to be silent into the exhaust and then just.
Oh, no, it might not, because I suppose like if it's silent going in there, it's not like it's going to get particularly louder after the turbo.
It might.
I don't know. I generally don't know. The screamer pipe. I don't know. Like the screamer pipe's going to be fucking loud as fucking is.
Oh yeah, it's going to scream. Well, that's been it. But yeah.
Oh, is it? Because on the B3s, obviously, there's no silencers into the turbo.
Yeah, but an EP3 is a 4-cylinder versus a V6.
Yeah, no, but imagine it's got to come through the resonator D cats. Cats, if any police are watching, it's got sports cats. And then it'll go in at the silencer, and then to the turbo. So there's 3 things to muffle the sound.
And the turbo muffle sound.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the turbo will muffle the sound, and that turbo wants to muffle sound for the fucking size of it. And then obviously 3.5-inch downpipe, but then it's sort of like already got all the silencers to it, so it's not going to get louder after it's already been muffled, is it?
Yeah, but it's basically, with the exhaust tip, it's just going straight out to atmosphere, basically.
Yeah, but if you think when it's on a normal manifold, it's got no silencers, so it's like straight from engine to atmosphere, where now it's going through silencers, so it's still going to be quite, I don't know fuck all about remount turbos. This is just, I can just see us just waking up every morning with a fucking note on my window. Can you please not drive that car?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man. Saying that.
Because it's not even like you can add more silencers, is it?
I could add you can get them resonator tips, and you can get them, well, to be fair, no, it's quite short on space, but it would have to be one of them, them little tiny silencers. But they wouldn't do.
It's not going to really do anything. Because it's just turbo exhaust exit. And it's going to be screamer pipe exit.
A screamer pipe's what I'm worried about. Because obviously normally we've just got a little screamer pipe coming out, but then we extend it and almost putting a trumpet on the end by making it into another tip.
Yeah.
Which one's going to spit the flames?
Screamer pipe, isn't it?
Both. But will he spit them set like, they won't be at the same time, will he? One's when the
It'll
screamer
be
pipe
delayed,
comes in,
won't
yeah,
it?
it's going to be like one spits the flames, the other one spits the flames when it comes on.
That'd be class though if it's in like pop and bang and just flame. No.
Oh, shit.
think the screamer pipe's going to be all the noise.
Yeah. I don't know. I generally don't know. Like, what? I don't know what springs in the 7 psi spring in that. And if we only run like, I might have to take the spring out and put a lower spring in, like a 3 psi.
I thought that lad ran 7 and it boosted to like.
I know, but I don't want to run
12.
fucking 700 horsepower on it. Well, I do, but I don't.
Oh well.
It smells fuel.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just coming out the back and then being sucked back through, or if we've got another exhaust leak, but I don't think we will, because they were fucking tight when we had them up on the ramp the other day. Oh, you weren't there when I put the new exhaust gaskets in, were you?
No,
They
but
got
I've seen it
coming
on
off,
the ramp.
I crushed the fucking bolts, so like once I tightened them, they couldn't physically like back themselves off again. Put them in the vise,
Yeah.
tighten them, so when you put it on the thing, it was really stiff to turn it on. So once you tightened it, obviously it was very hard for them to come unloose.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Would you not have just double knotted them?
No, you couldn't get double knot. Wait, no, because they'd both just back out. One would back off, ping off and hit someone, and then the other one would come ping off.
No.